Good afternoon, everyone. This is Wednesday, 13th of May, and today um, in in our group we're looking at Elijah. I don't know whether you've been keeping up with it, but this is the fourth one in Elijah chapter 4. So far in the series, Elijah is in the Old Testament in the book of 1 Kings. Elijah went to live with a woman, and God supplied food by ensuring that the flour and the oil didn't run out ever. There was always flour and oil enough for them to have food. Then her son died, and God raised him from the dead. Elijah was instrumental in that, but God did it. Then Elijah was in a dry place. He met the king, and said that he'd put a challenge for the king to see who should be worshipped, because the people were hovering between two gods. In 1 Kings 18 it says, verses 20 to 21, so Ahab summoned the people of Israel and the prophets to Mount Carmel. Then Elijah stood in front of them, that's the people, and said, "How much longer will you waver, hobbling between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him, but if Baal is God, then follow him." But the people were completely silent. I don't know how you feel. Do you follow anyone? Do you follow Baal, or do you follow another god? The gods of this day might be money, it might be a big car, might be possessions, might be popularity or fame. Where are you in that? Which would which one would you go for? There were 450 prophets of Baal, but there was only one Elijah with God. Who would win? So this was the challenge. They would put a bull on the altar, and that's what the prophets of Baal did. They put the bull on the altar, they ran around it, they pleaded for Baal to set fire to the bull. Later on, Elijah said, well, maybe your God is on holiday, maybe he's going for a wee, something like that. Shout how louder. So they shouted louder and louder and louder, but nothing happened. Then Elijah said, now it's my turn. And Elijah put the altar together, the altar of God. He put the bull on the altar. He put water over the bull. Then he put water over again, and a third time he put water over again into the trenches at the side of the altar. Were full of water. And then he called on God, and God answered by fire. Few questions. Just because people believe something, it doesn't mean they're right. There were 450 prophets of Baal. There was one Elijah, but he was the one who was right. They had rejected God, but Jesus says that you are, if you're a follower of Jesus, you need to endure to the end. You will have problems. Are you someone who's going to endure to the end? So, and the third question and the final one is, do you believe God can do the impossible? There's a verse in Ephesians 3, verse 20, which says, God can do amazingly more than all you ask or imagine. I'd really encourage you to pray and ask God for that miracle. Miracles are something that God can do, and I'd really encourage you to believe that. Have a look at that, Ephesians 3, verse 20. If you don't have a Bible, let me know and I'll sort one out for you. Have a great day.